noisiest neighborhood in the known universe, and it never ceases to amaze me. Welcome to Smoky Goodness, where today I'm going to be recreating a couple, maybe 3 videos that have recently been posted. 2 from Russ over at Smokyribs1. I almost said Smokyribs.com. Actually, come to think of it, I think there is a Smokyribs.com. Anyway, and the other one is from Jimbojitsu, Jimbojitsu's farmhouse show. We're going to do some scruff steaks. I think Russ called them down and dirty steaks. I saw that video, I was intrigued, I was amazed, I was fascinated, I was floored. I said I have to try it to myself, and we are going to do that today. We're going to do it. We're going to do it basically exactly like Russ did on his last video, with a couple of exceptions. One being that I'm not using, I think he used New York steaks. I'm going to be using 2 thick ribeyes and a 3rd enormously thick ribeye. And as a side note, if this turns out as good as I'm hoping for later this week, I've got a kind of a medium-sized bison ribeye that I'm going to try this on. I have that much confidence in the fact that this is going to be awesome. Some of the other changes I'm going to make. Oh, Jimbojitsu tried a trick. He invented a trick, actually. You'll see later, where he used part of a rib rack to stand the steaks up so that he can just get all sides of these steaks. These are kind of like Cowboy steaks. We're going to be cooking them right on the coals. Going to be awesome. Anyway, he used that to stand them up. I'm not sure that mine is going to work. I've got this cross member right here, but we'll give it a try. You'll see what I'm talking about here in just a minute. Is there anything else? Yeah, I'll think of whatever else needs to be mentioned as we go along. So let's take a, oh, one more thing. The free air ambient temperature out here is only 31 degrees, so we had to prepare these inside. We did that just a little while ago, about an hour ago. I've got the steaks coming up to room temperature. I don't want to do that out here because our, like I said, the free air temperature out here is about equivalent to what it is in the refrigerator, so don't want to have to start these steaks from a lower elevation and bring them to the summit, so if you know what I mean. So anyway, that's what's going on. Cowboy steaks, Scruffed. I'll think of a better name in a little while. Stick around, Herb. Hello and welcome to the darkest and smallest kitchen in the known universe. As you can see, we've got 3 ribeyes here. A couple of them are thick. The 3rd one is enormous. I've also got a serrated knife here. You're going to need this to scruff up these steaks. And here's how you scruff up the steaks. You just want to just start cutting them up. Scruffing the steaks like this will allow the salt and all the other goodness that I'm about to put on here to actually penetrate the meat, getting all that flavor deep inside. It's going to be really good. Okay, Russ used kosher salt. I'm using a pink Himalayan pink salt. This is called Himalayan pink salt. And we're going to liberally coat both sides of these steaks with this pink salt. And of course here we have some fresh cracked black pepper. Put a pretty healthy dose of that on both sides as well. And this is garlic salt. Another layer of flavor that's, in my opinion, going to be really, really good on here. Cayenne pepper. And last but not least, and this is kind of a surprise, got some cayenne pepper here. According to Russ, it's not going to lend itself to the meat flavor-wise in terms of heat, but probably will give us a really interesting flavor, so we're going to add that. And of course we're going to turn these guys around and do the same thing on the other side. And after that we're going to just let them sit here on this cutting board in the house where it is a very pleasant 72 degrees. Let them come up to room temperature. I'll get this other stuff melted right before the steaks go on, and I'll meet you outside. Okay, for this recipe, you definitely want to use lump charcoal. Do not use briquettes, as briquettes tend to ash over horribly. And I like using this brand because occasionally you'll find one long flat piece, maybe two, maybe three, in every bag. It's kind of like a grab bag. You're always in for a surprise. We want red hot coals. We want screaming hot coals. We want stupid hot coals, as Root Boy says. They gotta be stupid hot. Alright. The coals are ready. Try and dump these out in as even a layer as possible. Doesn't seem like very much, does it? A whole chimney full. I'll make it work. Not so fast there, Mr. Smoky Goodness guy. As you can see, I had to add a lot more lump charcoal to this. I want to do it right, so I just felt like I didn't have enough of a surface to cook on there, because we are cooking right on these coals. So I added a bunch more. We're going to give these a few minutes to start glowing, and then we'll be ready. And then we'll be back. Right, I think these coals are ready. One thing Russ did that I cannot do because my leaf blower has 2 dead batteries is to fan the ash off of the coals. And I'm not really too concerned about the ash on the coals anyway, because as an agent from the Colorado Springs Health Department told me a long time ago, ash is perfectly safe. It's sterile. It's just been burned at a very high temperature. But I guess for aesthetic purposes, I'm going to knock the ash off. And like I said, my leaf blower has 2 dead batteries, so I'm going to use a recent video edition of Video Maker magazine here to fan these things. Just like this. As you can see, there's not much there. So, alright, I think we're ready to go. Because this one is so much thicker, I'm going to start with it. Bring the other 2 out momentarily. I'm going to let that go for 3 minutes per side. The other 2 are going to go for about 2 minutes per side. 4 flip, you know the deal. Alright, stick around. Alright, let's get these other 2 on. There's 1, there's 2. Right. Alright, this one's been 3 minutes. Can you see it? About the ashes, just knock them off. These guys have been 2 minutes. A lot of smoke, huh? Where are you at? There you are. I happen to have a bristle brush for this. I'm gonna knock that off of it. Okay. And we start basting this stuff. Right. Through the smoke. It's time to flip these guys. Again, knocking the ash off. Smoky. You know what they say, where there's smoke. Flip number 3. final flip. Hey, this is smoky goodness, right? Right. There you are. Steaks that hide. Behold a steak that hides. They call them fire steaks. Alright, because this third steak is so much thicker than the other two, I thought I'd finish it off on the grate. It's almost there. It's about medium right now. I want medium rare. They're going inside real soon. The other two are already inside. Probably already being eaten. Alright, number 3 is done. Disregard how it looks. These things smell really good. There they are. Scruffy Cowboy steaks, down and dirty. They're good. They're really, really good. Matter of fact, yeah. Hey Russ, thanks for this. This rocks. Anyway, what else do we have? We have rolls. I think we have a salad back there.
Cheese.
Oh, I love this cheese. That's that medium cheddar cheese cut from the block. Butter for the rolls. Rice. All right.
Take Roger.
You know, in the wintertime, it's much easier to get warm when it's cold than it is in the summertime to get cool when it's so hot out. That's why I prefer grilling in the colder temperatures. This is nice.